up, YouTube? Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're already subscribed. If you're new, my name is Nicole and I am a first-time homeowner, a mom, entrepreneur, and artist. My channel is all about taking you guys through DIYs, home reno projects, cleaning, organizing, all that good stuff, just showing you guys how I'm upgrading my first house one DIY project at a time while trying to keep it clean, organized, so I can function properly with all the other hats that I wear as a working girl. So if you're a working woman like myself, you should definitely subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, so you can see some of the projects that I'm working on. I'm going to provide you like some tips, tricks, let you know if certain things work out, if certain things don't work out for me, give you some tips so maybe it can work out for you, things like that. So last week on my video, I posted a video of me cleaning the shower floor in one of my bathrooms. I hadn't really cleaned it since we moved into the house. So, I did like a DIY solution to kind of get the dirt and gunk, all that stuff off the floor. So check that out. I'll link it so you can, see how that works out. Maybe you can try it yourself. And today's video is like part 2 to that bathroom renovation, where I'm going to be re-caulking the shower. So if you're someone similar to me, I had no idea what caulking was. I didn't know that word existed. So I'll show you in the video what it is, but it's like that it's like that white line in the cracks of your tubs or showers. I'll show you in the video. I'll point it out when I'm doing it, but pretty much what I'm doing is removing the old caulking and replacing it. So if you're a DIYer like myself, if you've done it, leave me some comments so you can tell me how that worked out for you. If you're interested in doing it, stay tuned to the video. If you're not really a DIYer, but you don't really have the budget to get someone to re-caulk your shower for you, it's like a simple, quick, and inexpensive upgrade to make your shower or tub look luxurious and new and renovated. So I'm walking you guys through that process today. Stay tuned to see if it was a pass or fail, because what I've learned is that DIY projects, especially in the house, may not always work out the way you want it to. And it may, it's just trial and error, really. So stay tuned. Let this help you for your future projects, or, if you're interested in doing it, let this help you. Stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to have some great DIY projects, especially for home renovations, where you don't have to, pay people crazy amount of money for, simple stuff that can be inexpensive if you do it yourself. And also check out my previous videos. I have some great stuff on my kitchen in here. This light fixture I put up myself, the cabinets, all of the stuff in the kitchen. The kitchen is pretty much done. Doesn't really need anything but routine maintenance, like cleaning. So I think I'm happy with the kitchen. I have other projects that I'm going to be posting in the next few weeks. Let's just get into the video for this week.
Okay, so first let me start by showing you guys the materials I used. I ordered everything from Amazon. This is the caulking gun. I didn't even know Amazon had their own brand, but that's by Amazon Basics. This is the painter's tape, which you need. This is the caulking, which is the main thing. I got white because I want the lines to be bright white. This is like a caulking scraper. So it's a tool you use to get the old stuff off and smooth out, etc. I'm not sure what these little things are. It came as extra with the little tool, so yeah. So first, this is the tool. So this is what I'm using. So you see the little cracks right there in the corners, those where I'm scraping right here. So I'm scraping off the old caulking. That's called caulking, if y'all didn't know, because I surely didn't. So I'm trying to figure out how to use the tool. This part right here wasn't working. I think that's for smoothing it out. This right here was the scraper part, so that's what I used to actually dig in and get the old caulking off. So you're supposed to remove all of the old caulking, and excuse the dirtiness. It's just a mess. I'm still trying to get this place together, so it's hair and it's disgusting. But like I said to y'all before in my previous videos, I'm not here to judge y'all. Y'all shouldn't be here to judge me, and that's how we gonna do on my channel. So yeah, so first step is to remove all the old caulking. It was kind of hard. It took some manpower to really get rid of it, but you could see right here, it was gone. It started to come off. So all that in the shower is the old, caulking that came off. And you could see it's like looking moldy. It's like black when it's supposed to be white. So that's what I mean. If you have your shower looking like that or your tub around the edges, it might be a good idea to try this project to remove the old caulking and replace it. And like I said, it's inexpensive and it's not really time consuming. So I ended up switching from that tool to like a Xacto knife because it was kind of hard to get some of the caulking off. So I did the best I could. Like I said, it took some manpower, like some strength is what I mean. Because you know, us girls, we could do it too, but it just took some strength. So that's definitely one tip or one heads up I would give you guys if you plan on doing it yourself, especially if your caulking is not as old. I think probably like the older it is, the more it's probably coming up and the easier it'll come off. So just kind of go back and forth between this scraping tool and the Xacto knife to really try to get up. The goal is to get all of the old caulking off, but just try to get up as much as you can, because the main thing in this for me is that the caulking, you could see whoever did this caulking, it wasn't like quite even or quite like clean lines, but the major thing that was bothering me is like the black, the molding. I guess that's like mold. But like, yeah, the black and the dirt, the stuff that just wouldn't come off, that was the main thing that was bothering me, and I wanted to like get this removed and replaced. So it took me maybe about 15 minutes to remove the caulking from all four areas where the bottom floor of the shower is, and then I did the corner of the shower up along the wall. That's where caulking was also. So it took a minute. Like, it was a struggle, and you also have to be careful because when you're using the Xacto knife, it is a knife. It is a blade, and it's very, very sharp. So you definitely need to be careful. But y'all, this was a very stressful process. And then you see like the red on the shower where I'm right there. That was color from the Xacto blade rubbing off on the shower. So I'm like scared. I'm like, is this going to even stain? Like, is it going to stain the shower or whatever? But it didn't. So this is how it looks once all of the caulking was removed. I removed as much as I could. I feel like there was still a little residue on there, but I felt like I removed as much as I could. And this right here is the corner that I was telling y'all about, that had caulking on the shower. It was very hard to get rid of that. So to be honest with y'all, I got rid of what I could, and then what I couldn't, I just kind of left there. So probably wasn't the best thing, but I was just like, I'm over it, so I'm not going to do as much. And like I said before, it probably was because this caulking wasn't as old, or either wasn't as damaged as the caulking on the ground part or the floor of the shower. So I don't know, just go back and forth between the two tools and your hand to like pull and remove the caulking. And then you could see on this blade right here, the blade actually broke, which how, I don't know, maybe I was working it too hard, I don't know, but it broke. So just be careful if you're doing something like this. And you may want to use gloves. I know a lot of like home improvement projects, you should probably have gloves. So probably that would be a suggestion, something that I would suggest too. But just take note of how this caulking looks before. The one right here in the corner of the shower wasn't as bad as the floor, but just make sure you guys are paying attention to how it looks before, so that you can know kind of take note to what the difference is in the after. But yeah, just try to take off as much as you can. The reason I really did the corner is because some parts were already coming off, even though the other parts looked like they were still in good shape. I just was like, let me try to remove all of it and just redo all of it instead of doing it in patches. So yeah, maybe like 20 minutes to do that part. Okay, so now the next step is to clean. Once you got all of the caulking off, clean. I just used a degreaser, like multi-purpose house cleaner. So I just sprayed the whole shower, and depending on what cleaner you use, it may be toxic. I did not have on a mask, but once I realized that the fumes from this cleaning spray was like killing my nose and my eyes, I had to like take a break, cut the fan on. There's no window in this bathroom, but if you have a window in your bathroom, definitely crack the window so you can have some air circulating, because doing these home improvement projects, and I should know this, I'm quite a few projects in, I should know that you should have some ventilation when you're using certain chemicals. So make sure you guys keep that in mind. But clean the shower really well. Get any like dirt and debris, hair, whatever, any nastiness, you want to clean it thoroughly, because there's gonna be some dirt and debris, especially under the old caulking. So make sure you clean it thoroughly. Okay, I also, once I spray it, let the spray sit for a while, and then I went in with a Brillo pad to try to get rid of anything that might have been left behind, or anything that the degreasing cleaning spray may have lifted up for me. So just clean real good. That's key. So step 1, remove all the old caulking. Step 2, clean the area that you're going to re-caulk thoroughly. So once I cleaned it, obviously it's a shower, so I just kind of let the hot water run. You see all that dirt and debris. It's so disgusting, y'all. I hope once I'm completely done with this project, this shower looks great. But yeah, just let that hot water drain all of that down to try to get rid of, all the dirt clunks and whatever. The next thing I did, I let it air dry for like 20 minutes, and then I put tape around all of the edges, and the lines in between the two tape sides, that's where I'm going to re-caulk. So the tapes are supposed to, make sure that your caulking has clean lines, clean edges, and have like more of a clean and finished look. So for the most part, I did good taping. I feel like I could have did better with the corners, because if you notice, the corners aren't really lined up properly, but I did the best that I could. So real quick, let me show y'all the actual caulking silicone, or silicone caulk. It's by Gorilla. Gives you kind of some information that it's waterproof, that it's resistant, it's supposed to only take 30 minutes to dry, and it just gives you some, how to use instructions on the back. And so the caulking gun right here is what you need to to put the actual caulk in and be able to use as your tool to kind of spray it out. And I did not know how the hell to put this in, so I had to look at another YouTube video before I moved forward to see how to install this. It seemed like it was going to be easy, but I was clueless, so I had to figure it out. So what you have to do first is you have to cut. This is how it comes. You have to cut the tip. And it has like, y'all can't really see it in the video, but it has like measurements right there to say how large of a slit you want. So you figure out how large of a slit you want, which is how thick of a line you want your caulking to be, and you cut that tip right there with some scissors. Right here, I was trying to, excuse my feet, y'all. I didn't even realize my feet was in the video. But yeah, so I was trying to show y'all in this clip the up close details of the measurements. They had like 3, 6, and whatever, like 4 measurements that you could use to cut. So you have to cut the slit, and this little piece right here on the side of the tool, it comes up and down, and the point of it is to actually, once you cut the tip, you have to actually stick that piece inside of that to pop the actual it's like some foil underneath, or the seal. You have to use that to like stick in and poke a hole to pop the seal underneath. And then you're going to end up putting the bottle this way, in this direction, inside of the gun. So that way, when you push the clicker of the gun, it'll actually push the caulk out and then allow you to use it. So this is me. I had already cut the thing. I stuck the hole in. Make sure you stick that thing to puncture. Make sure you stick it until you hear it pop, because at first I stuck it and I thought it was open, but it really wasn't. So I stuck it harder, and then some caulk came out on my finger. That's how I knew it was actually open. So definitely stick it in deep enough to make sure that it's actually open. Otherwise, you just will be wasting your time. So I cut it, I stuck the hole in it, and then I put it into the gun. It should look like this. And so that stick that's hanging out to the back, that part, it should be secure. So next, make sure that you completely dry. I let this dry before I put the tape on, but when I kind of felt it to the touch, it still felt a little wet and moist. And you definitely want to make sure it's as dry as possible. So I used a hair dryer to go in. And I didn't have an outlet in this bathroom. It's like a separate sink area, so I had to get an extension cord to put that in there. All right, so next I just went in with the caulk. It started out a little hard to come out, but eventually I got the hang of it. All you really do is once it's in there secure, you just are pushing the button like a gun, like a staple gun or whatever, and just putting it along the edges. Now, my gap between the two tape, in between the tape, it was pretty wide, and I think I did that because I was trying to really cover up all the old residue marks from the old caulking. So mine was a bit wide, which I feel like I shouldn't have done it as wide, but that's okay. So I would definitely limit the amount of space, so maybe just clean your area a little bit better. But I did it so you kind of put it all along. You have to work fast, so once you put it in, you want to find a tool to like smooth out the caulking, and this is what I'm doing right here. So I started out with this tool that I showed you guys in the beginning, which is supposed to be for caulking, and then I realized it wasn't getting the caulk as smooth as I wanted it to be. It did a little something, but it didn't really do enough for me, so I ended up going in with finding like either a cloth, a clean cloth, or a towel, and just running it along the lines to like smooth that caulk out, because you want it to be like a smooth appearance. So smooth it out, try to get as smooth as possible. And once I did that, I kind of had to like fill in some of the caulk again, like refill it, because there were like little gaps, but just fill it in and smooth it out. Okay, so this is how it looked once I like completely filled it up, smoothed it out, and you can see up close it looks okay. It looks pretty cool. So you kind of just let this sit for a while. It says to let it dry for 30 minutes. Mine took longer, probably because I used so much caulk and my opening was so big. But this is how it looks as I peel off the tape. So you see like that clean line. It's not perfect, y'all. I would say if I had to give myself a pass or fail, I'm gonna say that I passed, because I feel like it's better than it was before. But I might have failed. I don't know. Maybe I give myself a C. Tell me what y'all think in the comments below. What do y'all think I should get from, up to a score of 100%? Because the lines are clean. However, in between, it's kind of like thick and still a little bumpy. But I don't know. Maybe I'll give myself a C. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. If y'all have any tips or advice for me, let me know if I should do it again. So overall, a back view, I think it looks pretty good and much better than it did at first. If y'all need to get a view of what it was before, look back into the beginning of the video so you can see. But I think I did okay. Part of me wants to redo it, but no time soon, because yeah.
All right, guys. So I showed you guys everything. Be honest with me. Be transparent, and this is a safe space, so don't be mean. But I think I did okay. It's much better than it was before visually. I don't know. Leave me some comments below. Let me know what y'all think I got as far as a grade for this project. If I should do it again. Any tips if I should do it again. But the next step in next week's video, I'm going to go in with the grout. I'm going to use a grout pen and do the grout lines in the shower. So I'm going to make it bright white, just like the caulking, so that it kind of has like this cohesive look. But let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. I will see you guys next week in the next video for part 3 of my shower renovation.